Hello everyone, my name is Sakshi Pawar. I am student of Bristol Institute from batch 22. So today's topic for daily task video is the woman empowerment. The woman empowerment is a debatable subject. At earlier time, they were getting equal status with men, but they had faced some difficulties during post-Vedic and epic ages. Many a time they were treated as a slave. From early 20th century, their statuses have been changed slowly and gradually. In this regard, we mentioned the name of the British people. After then, independence of India, the constitutional makers and national leaders strongly demand equal social position of a men with women with the men. Today we have seen the women occupied the respectable positions in all the walks of the fields. Yet they have not absolutely free some discriminations and harassments of the society. A few number of women have been able to establish their potentialities. Therefore, each and every woman should be careful to promote the woman's statuses. The women constitute almost 50% of the world's population, but India has shown disproportionate gender ratio, whereby females' population had been comparatively lower than the males. As far as their social status is concerned, they are not treated as equal to the men and all the places. In the Western societies, the women have got equal right and status with the men in all walks of the life. But gender disabilities and discriminations are found in India even today. The paradoxical situation has such that she was sometimes concerned as a goddess and other times merely as a slave. The women in India, now the women in India enjoy a unique status of equality with the men as per constitutional and legal provisions. But the Indian women have come a long way to achieve present positions. First, the gender inequality in the India can be traced back to the historic days of Mahabharata, when Draupadi was put on the dice by her husband as a commodity. History is a witness that a woman was made to dance both in private and public places to please the men. Secondly, in Indian society, female was always dependent on the male members of the family, even last few years ago. Thirdly, a female was not allowed to speak with a loud voice in the presence of elder members of her in-laws. In the family, every fault had gone to her and responsible forth as a widow. Her dependence on male members of the family still more increased. In many social activities, she is not permitted to mix with the other members of the family. In other hand, she has very little share in political, social and economic life of the society. In the early 20th century, it was rise of the national movement under the leadership of Mahatma Gandhi, who was in favor of removing all the disabilities of the women. At the same time, Raja Ram Mohan Rai, Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar and various other social reformers laid stress on women's education, prevention of a child marriage, withdrawal of evil practices of sati, and the removal of polygamy, etc. Then the national movement and various reform movements paved the way for their liberations from the social evils and the religious taboos. In this context, we may say about the independence of India, the constitution makers and the national leaders recognize the equal social position of a woman with the men. The Hindu Marriage Act in 1955 has determined the age for marriage, provided for a monogamy and guardianship of the mother, and permitted the dissolution of a marriage under specific circumstances. Under the Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act 1956, an unmarried woman, widow, or divorce of a sound mind can also take child in adoption. Similarly, the Dowry Prohibition Act in 1961 says that if any person who gives, takes, or abets the giving or taking of a dowry shall be punished with the imprisonment, which may be extended to 6 months, or a fine up to 5,000, or both. The Constitution of the India guarantees the equality of genders and in fact grants special favors to women. This can be found in the 3 articles of the Constitution. The Article 14 says that the government shall not deny or to any person equality before law or equal protection of the law. The Article 15 declares that government shall not discriminate against any citizen on the ground of the gender. Then Article 15 makes a special provision enabling the state to make affirmative discriminations in favor to women. The Article 42 directs the state to make provision for ensuring just and human conditions of work and maternity relief. Above all, the Constitution regards a fundamental duty on every citizen through Article 15A and 15E to re-announce the practices derogatory to the dignity of the woman. The gender parity, many of them have gone into the making and marketing of a range of a cottage products, pickles, tailoring, embroidery, etc. The economic empowerment of the woman being regarded these days as a progress for our country. Hence, the issue of economic empowerment of a woman is a paramount importance to political thinkers, social thinkers, and reformers. So, the reasons for the empowerment of the woman. Today we have noticed different acts and schemes for the central government as a state government as well as state government to empower the women of the India. But in India, women are discriminated and marginalized at a level of the society, whether it is social participation, political participation, economic participation, access to education, and also reproductive health care. So the women are found to be economically very poor all over the India. A few women are engaged in services and other activities, so they need economic power to stand on their own legs on par with men. On the other hand, it has been observed that women are found to be less literate than the men. So according to 2001 census, the rate of literacy among men in India is found to be 76%, whereas it is only 54% among the women. And thus the increasing education among women is of very important in empowering them. So it has also noticed that some of women are too weak to work. They consume less food but work more. Therefore, from the health point of the view, women folk who are to be weaker than the made stronger. Another problem is that workplace harassment of a woman. There are so many cases of kidnapping, rape of a girl, dowry harassment, and so on. So for these reasons, they require empowerment of all the kinds of the order to protect themselves and to secure their purity and dignity. To sum up, women empowerment cannot be possible unless women come with the help to self-empower themselves. So there is a need to formulate reducing feminized poverty, promoting the education of a woman and prevention and